Hello everybody, my name is Caden and this is episode 5 of the Aston Villa save on Football Manager 2026. Last time I left off at this Feyenoord game where we drew 0-0 with a rotated side, Asako in net, Ezri Concert, I think he played centre-back and right-back in this game, Victor Lindelof, Tyrone Mings, Luca Digne, Atakan Carazor, Pau Torres, John McGinn, Jadon Sancho, Gesand, and Josh Sargent all played. And then coming off the bench, Ian Matson, Ollie Watkins, Matty Cash, Morgan Rogers, and Daniel Marlon all came on. And in this West Ham game, we pretty much played a full strength 11, and we still drew. So I have slightly tweaked the tactic again. Last time, when we first had the tactic, it was like this, where Morgan Rogers was up here. Then I tweaked it so Marlon was here, but now I've put Marlon back up here because we're just not scoring. We're not conceding as much anymore, but we're not scoring either. Next episode is the episode where we do a live com on the Newcastle game, and we go through the transfers that we make. So, just like episode 1. So, and we've been given like 10 million extra to spend. If you look at the table, we're 12th. So, I am looking to sell and buy some people. And we're going to do the live com on this United game, Chelsea and Arsenal game. So, let's get into it to save us some time. We'll cut, we'll come back at the next game, we'll cut, we'll come back at the next game. And then that'll be it for this episode. And the next episode will be deadline day. I don't think that episode will be up till Wednesday though. So there's not going to be an episode until Wednesday. I'll try and get it out as early as I can on Wednesday. But there's no guarantees it'll be out early. We also have to play Ezri Concert right back. Because if you remember from the previous episodes, Andres Garcia, our backup right back, has been injured. And now Matty Cash has sustained an injury after the last game. I think he's out for like 3 to 5 weeks. So Concert's going to be our right back for now. Garcia, he's out for 2 to 5 weeks. So, and then also we have, I think it might be international due to, I think it's the AFCON. Yeah. African Cup of Nations, so we do have people out for that. But it's still a strong 11. So, Sargent's also playing at striker, even when Gesand is back from international duty, because Josh Sargent's been the better player, even though he's made more substitute appearances than Gesand. Then starts. Also, my voice is a little bit croaky. I was at the Manchester City Newcastle game yesterday. It was actually quite a good atmosphere, even though there was empty seats. There was a point where Newcastle fans were singing empty seats and we were singing 1-0 to the empty seats. I don't think people quite understand that even though there are empty seats, there's some reasoning behind that, with the fans disagreeing with the ticket prices, disagreeing with selling the ticket back to the club if you can't make it as a season ticket holder. And also, it's an 8 o'clock kickoff and it's raining. So I do understand why there was empty seats. However, even with there being empty seats, like everyone keeps banging on about lately, the atmosphere was actually quite good for that game. I just don't get it. Well, now let's talk about what we're actually here to talk about in this game. Also, Guardiola's been sacked on the game and Oliver Glasner's been put in charge because they sit below us in the table. Ollie Watkins with a goal and we are sitting in 12th. I think they're in 15th or something like that. Good. Let's watch it again. Kamara plays it to Morgan Rogers, who plays it through to Ollie Watkins. Does shoot, pass by Bayendair, and Bayendair does not get the save off. 10 minutes in, 1-0. I need to be doing a lot better as well, because obviously Villa are doing really good in real life, sitting in 3rd place in the table, and I'm about 12th. Sargent is fouled, and we do not have a backup because of AFCON, but I think he will be okay. Are we playing? I think we might play him. No, Sargent's back on the pitch. Okay. Sargent shoots. Almost scores. It's out for a throw-in. "15 minutes in, 1-0. United have the ball now. Alessandro Martinez into Mateus de Ligt. Casemiro hits off the bar, and now we're going to try and go on a counter-attack of our own. Marlon into Onana, tries to get it back to Marlon, but it's out for a throw-in. Good start for us in this game. Watkins finally ends his goal drought. He's not scored in quite a few games. Finally gets a goal here. Also, when I think it was Buendia come out and said he wants to go out. No, it might have been John McGinn actually. I think it was John McGinn that came out and said he wants to go out on loan, and then Buendia's come out and said he's happy to stay at the club. So we're going to look for a loan move for Buendia, and then we're going to look for a backup winger, I think. Sargent's a saved, and then we also are considering selling Martinez and bringing in a new goalkeeper. Could be looking to sell Watkins, but it's unlikely, and then we get a new striker. Could be looking to get a new striker in a hole, to be fair, just to go alongside Watkins. And then also we've got the central defensive midfield spot, as both Onana and Kamara are wanted by a few clubs. Could be cashing in on them. I'm not quite sure yet. It comes to what bid they put in, whether it meets the valuation, and whether I want to sell them. I will sell them if the price is right. If I get 100 million, I'm not going to turn it down. But if I don't get, at least, for example, 75 million, and that's the price I want it as a minimum, then they're not going. It's as simple as that. It's telling me to remove get stuck in, so I am going to do it, because usually that means we're getting yellow cards often, or we're getting fouls often. Watkins wins it back, and he goes to hit it around the goalkeeper, but it doesn't go in. It goes out for a goal kick. This has been a strong first half by us. Ugarte holds onto it, maybe expecting someone to press him, but they didn't. Mateus Cunha into Luke Shaw, cuts it back. Ugarte with the shot is blocked. We try and win the ball back, but it's back with United. One back by Konsa. One back by United. Luke Shaw tackled by Onana. It's just back and forth football at the minute between the two sides. We have had the better first half as a whole, slightly. It's been pretty even though. Marlon finds Onana, boots it all the way back to Pau Torres, and Lindelof gives it Kamara. Onana, ball over the top, but it's won back by United. Casemiro to De Ligt, Bayern Day, Martinez to Shaw. Half time now, 1-0. And that's better, because usually we'll be drawing at this point, 0-0. Stats, again in our favour as usual. We're not going to change anything as of right now, but we do need to be wary that our next two games are both difficult, so changing side is probably necessary. This video is going to have three games in it, even if this video goes over. Last video I was planning on doing 3, however I ended up ending it, and we only did the 2 because it was going over. Marlon with a great goal. I want to watch that back again. Just after half time to double our lead. So Konsa picks it up, cuts across, gives it Rodgers, he shoots, it's blocked, headed away. Marlon manages to get there first and like first time side foots it into the top corner, sort of like a volley, and it's a great goal to give us a 2-goal lead. I think we've got to play Arsenal and maybe Chelsea's the other game for this video. But it's a great start if we do manage to get 3 points here. Even if we are at Villa Park, we are going to rotate now. We're going to make some subs. 20 minutes in to go. Let's not go overboard because we don't want to throw it. We do not have a backup right back now. Lindelof can play there, but then we'd have to play 2 left-footed centre-backs. Unless we play Carrazor. That's our other option. I think we're going to have to play Carrazor at centre-back. We'll bring Boubacar Kamara out for Ross Barkley. Matson out for Digne. Change the back line for some fresh legs. Sargent hasn't had a great game. We'll put Marlon at striker. And we'll sub Sargent out for McGinn. And then that'll be it for now. There we go. So 18 minutes to go with a 2-goal lead. Quite a few substitutions have been made. Just trying to hold on now. Morgan Rogers with a 3rd goal. It's going to get checked by VAR. The goal is awarded. Let's watch the replay. Barkley finds Rogers. Watkins back to Rogers. He's miles onside as well. And he shoots. And Bayern doesn't stand a chance. Yeah, he's miles onside. Why is that even getting checked? We'll make our last substitution. 3 goals up. I think we'll bring Watkins off, even if there's no one. We'll just bring Harvey Elliott on at striker. Just to rotate the striker options. Because we don't have any backup now. At the moment. And it looks like we're going to hold on to this 3-0 win. And it's a great 3 points that we've definitely much needed. See where that leaves us on the table. And then we'll cut and we'll come back for the next game. And then we'll cut, we'll come back for the next game. Yeah, Chelsea and Arsenal. Okay, so we are 12th. But other teams have a game in hand. Okay, so we'll be back. Okay, so we've made it to the Chelsea game. Consort is not fit, and we haven't got a backup right back, so he's going to have to play. Oh, Garcia's coming back. We can sub Garcia on later into the game. Also, news before this Chelsea game actually came out that they have sacked Enzo Maresca as they sit 9th in the table, and a win here would put us 2 points off them with a game in hand, so that is handy. Hopefully we can win this game knowing that they're probably getting took over by, I don't know who the manager's going to be, but we're going to get straight into it anyway. And this has got to be the team. Sargent's going to start again. let's get straight into it. I haven't said it at this point in the video, I don't think, so if you are enjoying this, please make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and even turn on notifications so you never miss an upload, as I'm trying to get as many videos out as soon as possible, but obviously it's not easy at the moment, because I am going to be going back to college tomorrow, so I've got to try and get videos out around my college schedule, and that's why the next video won't be up until Wednesday, I don't think. There might be one tomorrow, but I don't think there will be. And then obviously I don't want to rush the series so it's over straight away. But now let's get commenting on the game. Watkins plays the ball over to Josh Sargent, cuts it back for Daniel Marlon. It's blocked and it's out for a corner kick. Ian Matson cleared, out for another corner kick. Ian Matson to take again. Cleared by Benoit Badiashile. Now, good footballing. Morgan Rogers shoots, but it's blocked by Fofana, and it's going to be another. Oh no, it's going to be an offside free kick decision. It's given to Malagusto into Pedro Neto across to Mark Cucurella. Jamie Bino Gittins to Andres Santos. Esugo to Delap. Pedro Neto tries to find Delap, but it's going to be an offside call and a free kick, with Pau Torres taking it. Gives it to Boubacar Kamara and to Ian Matson. Ollie Watkins to Morgan Rogers. It's lost, and now Andre Santos has it. Gives it to Jamie Bino Gittins, who's going to run into the space. Cuts it back for Romeo Is that his name, Romeo Lavia? I think it is. I can't remember. Anyway, Ian Matson into Morgan Rogers. Back to Matson. Rogers tries to find Watkins when it's cleared. Morgan Rogers picks it back up and shoots, and it's saved by Philip Jorgensen. I am making sure that is Romeo Lavia. Yeah, it is. Somehow I forgot his name, even though he was in City's Youth Academy and he was at Southampton for a bit and he's at Chelsea. I should know it. But, you know, it is what it is. Arsenal losing to Brighton. If only Arsenal lose to Tottenham today. As of recording, the game hasn't kicked off. Kicks off in 25 minutes. Ollie Watkins now to Morgan Rogers. Cuts it back for Kamara. Daniel Marlon. I think it was saved and blocked, but it might have just been blocked. Daniel Marlon tries to find Sargent, but it's now with Chelsea. We win it back. It's back with Chelsea. Back with Villa. Back with Chelsea. Back with Villa. It's just back and forth at the minute. Kamara loses it again to Chelsea. Gusto finds Neto. Neto shoots and it's caught by Martinez. Torres to Kamara, back to Torres to Morgan Rogers. Through to Watkins, and the highlight goes away. Sargent to Kamara. Ollie Watkins goes down with an injury. That is not good. That is definitely a bad injury. Which means in January we might be looking for another striker. Unless he's okay, but I'm not going to risk him. I'm going to put Marlon at striker. Swap them two. And we're going to bring Watkins off. We'll play Harvey Elliott. He wants more game time. This is his chance to shine. Unfortunately, due to an Ollie Watkins injury. Twisted knee, it says. Gittins is now free for Chelsea, but we win it back with Amadou Onana, Harvey Elliott to Ezri Konsa. Daniel Marlon gets found, but the highlight goes away again. Back and forth play again. Chelsea holding onto it a bit better now. Liam Delap tries to find Gittins. He does eventually find him. And now it's Lavia, Cucurella, back to Lavia. Romeo Lavia shoots, and it's now out for a corner kick. Going into half time, Chelsea have the better stats in general. I'm pretty sure in every stat, actually. Morgan Rogers tries to find Sargent, but Chelsea win it back. 20 seconds to play before half time. Jamie Bino Gittins is fouled by Ezri Konsa. And Konsa's going to pick up a yellow card. That is not good. Caught by Martinez. And we're a minute and a half over here. Martinez hoofs it up. Chelsea now get the ball, but it's going to be half time. 0-0. Back to the 0-0. Okay, Lindelof is going to have to go right back with Carrazzo going centre back. Unless we do that. I think he could play. We'll leave it at that for now. That's 2 substitutions used up already in this game. We play Arsenal next in the league, so it's going to be important that we try and rotate so that we have players fit for that game. With that being said, we're going to make our last 3 substitutions. Being John McGinn, Ross Barkley, and Luca Digne. No, I didn't mean that. I wanted to change something. And then swap them to around. There we go, that's better. Martinez to Lindelof. Harvey Elliott, Onana. Into Daniel Marlon. Marlon shoots, but it's saved by Philip Jorgensen. It's booted up, Torres heads it, but Andre Santos picks up and the highlight goes away. It's going to be a corner kick now for Chelsea with Pedro Neto cleared by Lindelof. Gittins gets it to the lap, and Martinez with a great save having to get down low and catching it. Lindelof into Elliott, across to John McGinn. The switch ends up with Pedro Neto getting the ball. Andre Santos through to Liam Delap. Gittins cuts in, tries to find Pedro Neto, but we clear it, and Chelsea has it again. Badiashile into Cucurella, back to Badiashile. Won back by Josh Sargent, and the highlight goes away. 57 minutes in, 0-0. Torres to Digne, Boubacar Kamara, Victor Lindelof, Boubacar Kamara. Barkley to Torres, back to Bartley, to Torres, Digne, McGinn, Digne, John McGinn, and it's a saved. I think it was Marlon who got on the end of that, but I couldn't tell. There's about 4 people there. Still 25 minutes to play. Chelsea are through. Neto shoots, it's cleared by Andres Garcia. Pretty much off the line. Gittins now has it. Cuts it across the lap, saved by Martinez, it's a great save. Uriel Hato to Gittins, saved by Martinez again. He's keeping us in this match at the moment. He's been really good. Torres to Digne. McGinn. Hato wins it. Gittins now has it. Andre Santos. A sugar saved. Sort of lagging at the moment and I don't know why. Hopefully it fixes itself. But Neto crosses it. It's out for another corner kick. Neto crosses it. It's cleared. Gittins shoots. It's saved. Still lagging a bit. Hopefully it does fix though. Neto ball in. Cleared by Sargent. Gittins to Neto over the bar. Chelsea are relentless at the minute. We've got to try. All the stats indicate that Chelsea have been the better team. But it's with Andres Garcia. 1-2 to Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott gets it back. We lose it, but we pick it back up. It's now with Lindelof. Pau Torres to Ross Barkley. John McGinn out wide. Tries to beat his marker, but he gets fouled and then he gets subbed off. Barkley. So with Chelsea, Uriel Hato, Romeo Lavia, Andre Santos, Trevor Chalobah, Estevio. Saved again by Martinez. Chelsea are being relentless. I'm going to drop it back to positive and make the passing directness standard. Harvey Elliott is not having a great game. On the right hand side, Martinez now to Lindelof. Torres finds John McGinn. McGinn goes out wide, but Trevor Chalobah tackles him, and it's now with Estevio. Chalobah. Ball over the top to the lap. Gittins shoots, but it's over the bar. Kamara, Barkley, back to Kamara, out wide. It's out for a throw-in. Torres into Digne. Luca Digne cuts it back for Barkley, back to Digne. Into Torres. Kamara. It's Lindelof back to Kamara. Ross Barkley. Ball over the top to Josh Sargent. Harvey Elliott cuts in. Harvey Elliott saved by Philip Jorgensen. Booted up. Lindelof wins it back. Barkley. Come on. Highlight goes away. It's with Uriel Hato. To Benoit Badiashile. Romeo Lavia. Back to Hato. Badiashile. Lavia. Stavio's finding space out wide with a great ball. Trevor Chalobah in two. Washington double save sort of by Martinez. He saves it and then catches it off the rebound. Now we're going to try and turn it into an attack of our own, but we are fouled in the process. A minute 20 to play. Garcia with the throw-in. Wasting a little bit of time. Taking his time. Kamara to Barkley. Kamara back to Barkley. Barkley to Marlon. Josh Sargent. Harvey Elliott. It goes in, but the flag had gone up. for offside. 20 seconds left. Chelsea almost finds a way through. And that's it, full time, 0-0. Another 0-0 draw this season. But it's a good one, away at Stamford Bridge. Next, we're at the Emirates. So we're back. Now, so given Consort got a yellow card in the last game, he has been suspended for this game. So we're going to have to opt for Lindelof going at right back because our backup, Andres Garcia, his fitness is low again. So we opted for Lindelof at right back. Then we needed a right centre back, and our options were Carrasco at centre back and Mings at right centre back. And seems to know he's left footed and Torres is left footed. That'd be two left footed centre backs, which I don't think will work. So I've opted for Kamara to come in at centre back and Carrasco to come in at CDM instead of Carrasco playing at centre back because he's not very good at the centre back, whereas he can do the CDM role. So we're just going to get straight into this. It's going to be difficult. However, I do think Arsenal dropped points to Brighton and I didn't even notice. I'm sure when I went back and edited it, it said it was 3-2. They might have got another one or something, I'm not sure, but that's the last time I actually saw the scoreline of that game. Also, it's now 10 minutes into the Arsenal-Tottenham game as of recording. And it's 0-0. So yeah, I've got that on the side, just seeing if anything happens. Got the commentary on. I'm not watching the game or anything. But I am keeping a little bit of close attention to that game. A win here would be exactly what we need, but it's no easy feat to beat Arsenal, especially at the Emirates, whether it's a game or in real life. Was that a penalty? No penalty. It's a free kick. That would have been bad, 30 seconds in a penalty. Luckily we do get away with it. I don't know if it was in the box. Was that in the box? It was a free kick. Right on the edge again, but getting away with these. Off the wall. Arsenal now has a corner kick. Rice. Cleared by Watkins. Sargent to Marlon. Carrasco. Onana. Sargent. Marlon. Lindelof. Pal Torres to Kamara. Onana to Kamara. Saka to Rice. Lewis Skelly saved by Martinez. Out for a corner. Okay, I just had to cut because I was getting a phone call that I needed to take. But I am now back with the action. It's now Bukayo Saka. Cuts it back for Calafiore. Declan Rice shoots, but it is over the bar. Highlight goes away. Rice. That Gabriel. thought I said Gahey then for some reason. Rice shoots saved by Martinez. Looks like Arsenal are getting most of the chances here. One sec. I've got to cut again. Okay, I'm back again. I just got another call, but I shouldn't get phoned again now. Sorted it out now. Gyökeres. Rice shoots it saved by Martinez. As you can tell by the highlights, Arsenal have probably been the better team. Stats wise, do back that up as well. They've only had one shot with 0 on target. They've had 6 with 3 on target. Lewis Skelly to White, back to Lewis Skelly. William Saliba into Calafiore. Matson wins it. Rodgers to Ollie Watkins. Watkins loses it to Saliba and David Raya clears it, but Carrazor picks it up. Goes to Rice. Bukayo Saka finds Victor Gyökeres, but the assistant's flag goes up for offside. Quite a few highlights in this game. Saka brought down by Lindelof. It's going to be a warning. Declan Rice with the free kick. It's cleared. Declan Rice finally scores. He's had a few chances and he finally gets the one that he needs past Martinez. And the one thing we're going to change, you might be wondering why I'm making it positive. It's just because they've been having a lot of chances and I need to lower that, so I'm going to lower the mentality. But we have got an opportunity now, potentially. No, Gabriel wins it back for Arsenal. Raya gives it to Saliba. Madueke. White back to Madueke into White. Odegaard, Lewis Skelly, Calafiore. Saka, Rice, Saka, tries to find Gyökeres, Towers clears it, Gabriel gives it Saka, Lewis Skelly, Saka to Madueke, and it's saved. Martin Odegaard had a great chance there. And we're also going to make this standard. Carrazor into Lindelof, Marlon, Sargent, Marlon. Looks like we might be going half time 1-0 Arsenal. One 0 and we are going to make a couple subs as well, just because of fitness. Sancho on for Daniel Marlon. Onana comes out for Barkley. And that is it for the substitutions. Gyökeres is through, he hits the post. Kamara to Martinez. Torres into Matson. Morgan Rodgers. over the top to Ollie Watkins, back for Rodgers, into Carrazor, shoots over the bar. Morgan Rodgers, Carrazor, back to Rodgers, over to Sancho, into the middle, but Raya claims it. Raya to Gabriel. Madueke, Ben White, Odegaard, Lewis Skelly. Odegaard's brought down by Carrazor. Going to make a substitution. I'm going to make two actually. No. Nothing else that we can do at the minute. £30 to play and it's still 1-0 Arsenal. Declan Rice to William Saliba, Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice, Ricardo Calafiori, Miles Lewis Skelly. Ross Barkley wins it back and Martinez boots it up. Calafiori, Trossard, Ben White. Odegaard shoots, it's deflected but saved by Martinez. Martinez has been our best player this video, but is it good enough? Rice shoots and it almost goes into top corner, but it's saved by Martinez. Calafiori, Gyökeres, tackled by Lindelof. Sancho finds Sargent. Sargent out wide, cuts it back for Lindelof. Jadon Sancho to Ross Barkley. Carrazor, Morgan Rodgers. Cuts it across for Ollie Watkins, and we find an equaliser. The last time we played Arsenal, we were 1-0 up, and then they ended up winning 2-1. They were 1-0 up, and now it's 1-1. Can we do the same again? We'll wonder. We do have a highlight. Watkins is pushed by Saliba. I'm going to have to bring Sargent on, but there's no one that can play striker. It's going to have to be Harvey Elliott, I think, to go striker. £20 to play. We have a free kick. Ollie Watkins. I don't think it was offside there, but the offside flag does go up. Gabriel to Ben White. Leandro Trossard back to Ben White. Gabriel to Calafiori. Harvey Elliott. Ollie Watkins. Saka now on this left wing. Cuts it across for Trossard. Havertz loses it. It's all over the place at the minute, but Arsenal has it again. Trossard with a shot, but it goes just past the post. Mings to Boubacar Kamara. Lindelof to Sancho. Bukayo Saka now has it. Odegaard to White. Kai Havertz. Odegaard to White. Trossard to Odegaard. Declan Rice. Morgan Rogers. Saved. Morgan Rogers. William Saliba wins it back for Arsenal. Kamara. Marino. Odegaard back to Marino. Bukayo Saka. It's Declan Rice. Odegaard shoots, but it goes way over the bar. Martinez to Mings. Back to Martinez. Harvey Elliott was almost through there, but couldn't find him. Saka to Rice. Back to Saka. Corner kick. It's with Bukayo Saka. Cleared at the front post. Odegaard cuts it across, and Bukayo Saka 2-1, just like the last time we played them. Saka with another corner. Saliba, Odegaard shoots, it's blocked. Just over 5 minutes to play. It's getting passed well by Arsenal. Saka cleared. It's with Eberici Eze, Hincapie, all the way back to Raya. Saliba, Ben White, out wide to Leandro Trossard. Corner kick now. Don't think we're going to find an equaliser, but if we do, it'd be great. Barkley to Lindelof. We've gone very attacking. Barkley tries to find Watkins, but Arsenal now has it Rice. Watkins over the top to Elliott. It's out for a throw-in. And that is probably going to be it. We've gone over the 94. Hincapie to Rice. Saka to Hincapie. And that is the full time whistle. Thank you for watching. The next episode will be deadline day, so make sure you tune in for that. If you enjoyed, please make sure that you've liked, subscribed, commented, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And goodbye.